Hello, good evening. How's it going? This is Michelle Ship. I'm the business page owner of WHAM Solutions with Michelle Ship here on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me this Wednesday evening. Hopefully you guys are doing wonderful. Today we're going to continue the topic about overcoming struggles. Yesterday we had our first part 1, and today we're going to be having part 2, sharing some more tips and strategies to help you with overcoming struggle and providing some solutions for you when you do feel like giving up on your business or your home-based career. So let's jump right into the content. So yesterday we talked about some of the obstacles that you face as a home business owner and some of the struggles that you may encounter on the journey to success with being an entrepreneur. We shared some tips with helping you to make a breakthrough and overcome the obstacle. We talked a little bit more in depth about recognizing that having the feeling of quitting is actually normal in a home-based business. You'll probably feel that several times throughout the whole journey. We talked about making sure that you have a mindset of gratitude that will help you push through the obstacles and challenges and help you really understand that there's more things to be grateful for than not to be grateful of, and think about your position as a home business owner and what that allows you to do and some of the benefits that you receive from that type of position. We also talked about you reflecting on your reason why you got started. That would definitely help you put things in perspective and really going back to the roots and the core reasons why you got started. And we talked about some of the reasons why most people get started in home-based businesses. Maybe it's to be with their family, their spouses, their husband, their wife, and just really make more time and financial freedom for their family. So we talked about that. So today we're going to continue on. So some of the other tips and strategies that I did want to share with you guys. Number 1 is when you feel like giving up on yourself or giving in and totally quitting your home business, maybe that is a signal that you just need to take a little break within your business. And I was following another woman on Facebook. Her name is Shana Recker, and she was mentioning not to really just take a break, but take a breath instead. And I thought that was brilliant, because a lot of people distinguish a break with being like a whole vacation, like in the regular job atmospheres, when you take a whole week or 2 off as a vacation, as a break. But with our home business, we need to make sure that we touch our business consistently. And taking a breath means more like just maybe taking a few hours off, or maybe the day, or maybe the weekend, and that giving you that moment to reconnect with your family and do something that you really like. So maybe you just need to take a step back away from your business and kind of reflect and think about, get yourself out of that space basically, and think about why you're feeling that way. Because sometimes when you just take a step back and you just kind of think from the outside looking in, that may change your mindset when you feel like quitting, and you just need to take a little break, because sometimes you may get just tired, or you just may be feeling, when you're caught up in the moment, you have all these emotions going through you, and it's better just to take a small little breath. Take that little breath with some family doing something that you really love, and then revisit that and go back to your business. So that's a quick strategy that was shared, and I thought that was brilliant. So just taking a breath instead of a break, just a short one, doing something that you really enjoy, because when you remove yourself from the situation and you reflect, give yourself time to reflect on it, you may change your mindset about that feeling of quitting. Another strategy that I did want to share with you to help you overcome struggles and when you're feeling like quitting. Sorry, somebody was calling in. Okay. One thing that you do have to reflect on is doing some type of personal development. So that's definitely another strategy that you need to incorporate into your daily habits as an entrepreneur, because personal development is really what's going to help you stick with yourself and grow a stronger mindset so that you can push through and get through those obstacles when they come your way, because I can promise you they will come your way throughout the whole journey or throughout parts of your journey as being an entrepreneur. So what does personal development mean? Personal development means engaging in positivity and growing your mindset and reading books and listening to, maybe audiobooks like I do, listening to podcasts, listening to industry leaders, people who are going to inspire you, so that when you feel like, the going when they say the going gets tough, you still keep going, because you have this continuous inspiration that's feeding your mind good stuff. And you'll be amazed by all the good stuff that pours out of you when you continuously feed yourself. Just like food, you continuously feed yourself all of that positivity each and every day. Some great things or books that you could read that I personally read, number one was The Energy Bus by John Gordon. That was a fantastic book. It was actually something that we did with the team, with our whole team, and we kind of read it and we went through the chapters each week, and so we did that as a group, and that was fantastic. It's a great personal development book. John Gordon has a lot of great books out there. There's another one, like an ebook that I got that I'm still kind of reading right now. It's called The Power of a Positive You. That's a great personal development book to read as well. There's other books out there as well, like I was learning about this woman named Mel Robbins. She talks about the 5-second rule. I seen her video on YouTube and I thought she was fantastic in a short clip, so I'm thinking about getting her book as well. And she talked about how the 5-second rule really helps you really bringing in everything into context. Like when something happens tragic and you have a big obstacle in front of you, what is the first feelings that you have? And usually what the first feelings you have is something that you need to act on right away. So she talks about the 5-second rule, and I thought it would be a great analogy to use within our business. So if you see that book out there, I suggest that you get it, because it gives you lots of insights on how you can make really good decisions within your business and kind of step you out of your comfort zone as well. Because we all know personal development is really, all about having a strong mindset. And when you engage in it continuously, your mind gets so strong, and it really helps dictate whether you're going to work your business or not, despite what goes on around you. Because they always say success is behind the ears, between the 2 ears. And that's totally true. And I always reiterate that to my team, that, sometimes if you feel that you're struggling, it's maybe because of what you're the lack of personal development that you're engaging in each and every day. Because if me, to be honest, if I don't engage in some type of personal development, you'll see me on those days that I'm a little bit low, because I haven't been actively engaging in personal development. But on the days that I am doing it consistently, day in, day out, especially in the morning time, I like to do that, I'm usually higher and I'm on my game with that. So that's another quick strategy, is to make sure you engage yourself with personal development each and every day. The third thing is to actually, when you have an obstacle there in front of you and something that you feel like you're really struggling with, put things in perspective. I feel like sometimes we blow things up and get bent out of shape for really not really big reasons, but in our mind we create like this big story of something that's small and we make it even bigger than it is. And this is something that I don't know, sometimes I speak with a lot of my girlfriends, and I don't know if it's so us ladies, sometimes we can get a little bit emotional, right? And it's so funny because my husband, he's very quick to put things in perspective. I might share something that's, maybe a little bit difficult for me, but he'll be quick to put things in perspective and say, okay, this is what you're saying, this is what's going on. Now, is it really that bad, that what you're going through? Because there's a lot of other people out there that are going through things that are a lot worse than what you're going through, whether it be something in your life that happened or within your business or somebody canceled, things like that. It's really not that bad. We can't let that small struggle and that obstacle get the best of us, where we feel like we're going to just go ahead and just throw in the towel and say, something, because that happened, I'm just going to give up. I'm going to give up on my dream that I had with building a business, working completely from home with time and financial freedom. I'm going to give that. It's not worth it, So really put it in perspective, that struggle that you're going through. Is it really that bad? Is there a way that you can find a work around that? Is there a way that you can quickly replace that person who just left your team or canceled their service or their product? Is there another way to work around that marketing strategy, or do a different marketing strategy that may be more effective for you? Is there a way to prospect those individuals a different way with maybe a tweak in your words? Think about your problem or your struggle, and then think about how you can change it so it can be better, and so that you're not feeling like, woe is me, why me, and playing the blame game, okay? So that's a couple of other strategies that I felt that was beneficial that will help you guys with overcoming struggle. Now, I was listening to, there's another man that I follow named Darren Hardy, and I often get his emails each and every day. Fantastic. He has great inspiration. And that's another thing that you can tap into for personal development. He talked about at one point in time, when you have obstacles and struggles in your life, instead of collapsing, you know, when the struggle comes your way, think of yourself as a ball. And what do balls do? They bounce, right? So what we need to do as entrepreneurs, we need to learn how to have that bounce. You know, we need to be like a ball and be able to, yes, acknowledge the situation, acknowledge the struggle is right there in front of us, acknowledge that we're going through tough times right now, but we have to understand that the harder that we fall, the more easy it is going to be for us to bounce back up. And when we bounce back up, we're going to bounce to higher heights at that point in time. So think of the problem and your reaction to it as a bounce, so that we can bounce back and be stronger than ever. And I thought that was a great analogy, you know, comparing ourselves to a ball that has a bounce, that we can bounce back and get right back into the game again. So I thought that was excellent. Also, there's another, the all-famous Ray Higdon. I was following him as well, and I remember he mentioned something about, you know, when you're stuck in a rut and, you know, what to do there at that point in time. And I remember him mentioning something about, you know, we really just need to recognize that obstacles are there in front of us, and they're there for a reason, actually. And we need to understand that it's there to help us learn something from it. So there's wisdom that you're going to get from that obstacle and that struggle. And there's a lesson that's going to be learned thereafter as well. So it's really just us and our attitude that's going to dictate whether or not we're going to use that obstacle as a motivator to keep fighting and to push through it. Or are we going to use it as a, you know, with a weaker mindset, you know, saying, oh, why does this have to happen to me? It's always me, and being very negative about it. So I thought that was gold as well, just noticing that all the challenges in front of us are there for a reason. We may not understand it when we're going through the struggle, but there's always wisdom. There's always a lesson to be learned, and we need to, you know, have that visualization that, you know, once we push through, you know, that's when we're going to see our breakthrough, and then we can reflect thereafter and say, you know something, when I was going through that storm, you know, this is all the things I learned. I learned A, I learned B, I learned C, and we can share that with others. So just think about obstacles as like a driving force, I would say, so that you can become more successful. And don't allow the obstacles to just keep holding you back. I feel like a lot of people are just held back so much, and they can be so much more if they just continue to persevere and push forward. And understand that success is actually just a part of the process. And so instead of, you know, feeling like you want to totally resist it and be like, no, I want to go straight to the top without any, you know, things like that, we need to understand that success is not, it's just a straight road. It's a squiggly road, and there's lots of curves and bumps and bruises and things that we're going to experience along the journey, but we have to understand that's just part of the process, okay? And in order to grow and to get better, we have to understand that we have to embrace those challenges along the way, embrace those struggles, because like I mentioned yesterday, those struggles are going to help us create our, you know, our testimony. Oh my, it's like, do you hear the thunder? It's pouring out here. There's like a flood watch over here right now. So I remember at one time I heard, you know, when we have a struggle, think of that as a test. And when we go through that test, that's going to create our testimony. And then basically those obstacles that you go through are not happening to you, but they're happening for you. I remember I heard that from Bob Heilig. He's mentioned that earlier today, and I said, wow, this is brilliant. I want to share it with you guys as well. So just understand, because sometimes people feel like, you know, everything's happening to them and there's so much bad luck, but just know that that obstacle is there as an opportunity for you so that you can learn from it and grow from that, and then share that with your team, because you'll have a great testimony from that test. So that's my message for you guys. This was the part 2, basically the continuation from yesterday. Hopefully you got some value and this helped you with some of the struggles that you may encounter, or that you will encounter, most definitely with your journey as an entrepreneur. If this did help you, go ahead and comment below the word yes. I would love to see that there. And feel free to like and share, and also tag a team member as well, or anyone that you feel that this message will definitely help. So I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and we'll have a good evening. Take care now. Bye now.